Hey guys, welcome to Crafts Go Bloom. My name is Krista, and I don't know, what do we talk about here? How cute is this scarecrow sitting guy pattern? I can't wait to get this on my hook and see this come to life. Hey guys, welcome to Crafts Go Bloom. My name is Krista, and on this channel we talk about all things yarn and crocheting and plushies. Today's vlog we are going to be taking a look at all of my upcoming patterns for fall. I am writing some sitting guy fall patterns. They're not all guys, some of them are going to be animals, but like a fall sitting pack. Here are some examples of my other sitting guy patterns that are already available on my website. This is a pattern pack. We have the painter and the clown. This is the regular guy with like a military mod. I just did his outfit in like any kind of camo looking yarn. I've got the ninja and the martial arts guy. You could also change his uniform color to black. You can customize the belt with whatever color, you know, for your martial artist in your life. My kids do Taekwondo and they would actually have a black uniform and a red belt for right now until they promote again. And so that's why I gave the ninja a red belt. And then this is like a 3-in-1. I have the gorilla, Bigfoot, and the Yeti, which I really like. I love the old Rudolph movie with the abominable snowman, so I really like this guy. So these are my sitting guys. That's what I'm referring to when I say I'm writing some new sitting guys. I also have a ton of other animals. I won't show you those right now, but they're on my website if you want to check them out. I have a Highland cow, a regular cow, a bunny, a crab, an elephant, a cat, a dog, a panda. I'm not sure if I said that now. A frog. I don't even think that's all of them. So I'm coming out with a new fall pack for this fall. Because of the way that these sitting guys turn out, I can see them all sitting up on my shelf up there. Because of the way they turn out, it's very easy for me to get a piece of graph paper and go through and draw them out for the most part. It's hard to draw like some of the 3D details that come off of them, but it's start for me on how I'm thinking the pattern is going to go. Now, whenever I pattern design, there's always the thought of how I want the pattern to go, and then there's how the drawing looks, and then there's the real life, how the pattern actually turns out. And it's rare that I draw a pattern and it actually turns out exactly as cute as I wanted it to the first time that I make it. So for me, pattern design comes with a lot of frogging things and having to start over again, or figuring out the first 3 rounds, but then struggling for 2 days on the next 3 rounds to get the patterns perfect. So where I'm at in the process right now, I imagine that this vlog is going to go over the next few days as I work on this. Where I'm at in the process right now is I have a list of everything I want to make, and I've drawn out as many of them as I think is beneficial, and I've got one made and I'm working on the second one. So here are, this is another thing I'll show you guys later, but for right now, this is my scarecrow drawing, and I've got some different notes on things I want to do. Like he still needs a 3D like surface crocheted hat brim, but you can't really see that on graph paper. And then I want to do something with yarn sticking out so that it looks like there's hay or straw sticking out of his, like at least his sleeves, maybe the pant legs, I'm not sure. And then we've got some patches drawn in here just to make that look like a scarecrow. So that's the first one that I drew. The second one here is just a pumpkin. I was actually planning on not giving it a face, and then my daughter, she helps me run this business, and she was like, no, it needs to look like the sitting guys, otherwise it's just kind of boring. And so that is what I drew, and this is probably the only time that it's ever turned out so specifically like it. But here is the pumpkin, and I think it's adorable with a little face, and I love how the nose blends in. I like how simple this is, and so I'm really happy with this, but you could very easily do like a black smile or the like zigzag jack-o'-lantern kind of thing. So I feel like you could do a lot to customize this for whatever it is that you want to have on the front of it. And then these are the last 2 drawings that I did. I plan on doing the scarecrow, the pumpkin, a mushroom. I already have that pattern completely written up though, so I didn't draw it. An owl, a fox, and a turkey. I don't need to draw the turkey because I already kind of know how that one's gonna go, and most of the turkey detail is the feathers in the back, so drawing it on flat graph paper isn't very helpful. But here is my first drawing of the fox, and then here's my first drawing of the owl. So like up here, I have some lines. That'll be some parts that you'll have to crochet. They'll usually involve like chaining and slip stitching, and those will stick out and the wings will stick out and things like that. And then the feet, so the pumpkin doesn't have any feet on it for you to see, but the feet on these are always just bobble stitches. And for this fox, I've actually started making it. This is the one I'm in the middle of, and I made it down to the first couple of rounds of white, and I'm not liking how it's turning out. And then I realized it's kind of silly to have the hands way up here and the feet down here. So I drew a second one. I haven't colored it in yet though, so I hope this makes sense on camera. But for my sitting, most of my sitting animals, their feet are down together, as if they are like when a dog is sitting, his feet are next to each other. So he'll have his feet down here, and I moved the white a little bit and changed that a little. So I need to get this colored in, and then I'm going to work more on my pattern and see how I like this. Complete side note, I look at this though, and I think we might need to do a sitting Batman cowl. So that's where I'm at with these fall patterns for tonight. I'm going to go finish working on the fox and see how I like my second design. And then I think after that I might work on the turkey, because I think the turkey is just going to be incredibly easy for me to figure out. It's going to be really similar, very, very similar to my other turkey pattern that I have out already. I just wanted to make one that was the same shape so that they could all be sitting together and look cohesive. So if you guys are working on pattern design, I highly encourage you to make something awful to start with. Honestly, make it and finish it and hate it, and then make a second one, and then a third one and a fourth one, and however many you need to make until you like it and until it's where you want it to be. I will get questions a lot about like my pattern design writing process and things, and I don't think that I can design patterns without at some point frogging something and needing to start over somewhere. The pumpkin was pretty easy for me because it was just following the basic shape, but even the little leaf here, I had to rip that out a few times and make a few decisions on exactly how I wanted it to look. So don't be discouraged if you're new to pattern writing, or even if you've tried a million times. I would try again, and graph paper might be the answer to help draw things out. That's just how my brain works, because each stitch can be a square on the graph paper, and I'm not as great at just like doodling these and then making them come to life. So if you are interested in becoming a pattern designer at all, that's my advice. Do it, hate it, try it again. Eventually, I think that you'll love it. So here is my first drawing where I didn't love the placement of the white, and I don't like that the hands are way up here. I want them down by the feet. And here is my updated attempt, and I'm liking this quite a bit more. So I'm gonna go get crocheting, and I will catch up with you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. Here's where I am with the fox from yesterday, and here is the frogging part. I have to go back 3 rounds, I think, and then start over again. So checking in with my next update, here's where I'm at so far. I was just testing the placement of the feet, and I like them. There'll be 2 more over here, but I don't like how this is angling in a lot farther than the other side. And I like how this is turning out, so I'm gonna go back, frog some more. I think I have to frog 3 rounds, and add some white in right here. There's like 3 stitches down and 1 across, so I just have to go back so I can change colors on 4 of these stitches, and we're making progress. You guys haven't seen the tail yet, but when I get around, the tail will go on. I'll make the feet, go all the way around, make the other feet, and then attach the tail. So it's not quite tail time yet. And I think I might add some stuffing to this. I was kind of leaving it flat, but I think it's a little bit boring. I think stuffing this might be cuter. But this is looking a lot better than what I had going on yesterday. So let's frog those rounds and check in probably when I have it finished. Hey guys, so it's a few days later. I finally fixed the part on the fox that I didn't like, and I'm really loving how this is turning out. It's a lot straighter. I'm liking that a lot more, so that it's like straight on both sides because it was kind of jagged on one end. And I just got the tail attached, so I just have to stuff this and then close up the bottom. I have to do a couple more rounds, and I will check in again when I have him finished. Here he is, guys. He is all finished. I am super happy with how this turned out. I think that he is going to be awesome in the fall pattern pack that I'm putting together of like different sitting guys and things. I also think that he's just going to look cute with my other sitting animals. Let me show you some examples. So I have like a bunny here, which is kind of how I figured out how to do the fox ears, and the dog is a little bit similar. So I feel like he's going to be cute for fall, but he's also just, it's just going to be another fun addition you could add to the animals. And if you haven't seen them, there's an elephant, a cat, panda, oh, there's a cow. One of my favorites is this Highland cow. So there's just a whole bunch of different sitting animals, and I think that he's going to look cute with all of those. That is pretty much my pattern design process, though. Drawing things out sometimes, not always. Sometimes I just go off of an idea I have in my head, and then trying it till it works and failing multiple times along the way. The tail took me multiple tries to figure out and get the right shape that I wanted. I wanted it to be skinnier at the bottom and then get fatter and then get pointed, but also there's a color change in there, and figuring out like where the bobble feet went. And on this one, I actually moved the feet farther apart than on some of my other sitting animals because I wanted that one stitch of orange on the inside of each foot. I didn't want the black to go straight into white. I liked having that little bit of orange there. Then definitely figuring out the ears. The ears are actually two pieces. You make a white piece and an orange piece, and then you crochet the two of them together. So just lots of different choices. I moved that white down, like I said earlier, so that I could get the nose where I wanted it to go. So if you have any other pattern writing questions, let me know. Some of my other advice would just be to make sure you try lots of other people's patterns, specifically patterns with different shapes in them. Look for a pattern that has a cone shape and a pattern that has a ball shape, or learning how to make arms and legs, bobble stitches. Sometimes animals or things will have like hair on them. You might want to learn how to do hair so that you can make people. Just lots of different things like that. Look for a variety of styles of patterns from a variety of crocheters, because different people have a lot of different methods on how they write their crochet patterns, and also what techniques they use to make different shapes, how they attach parts. My patterns are always no sew. I hate sewing, so you're crocheting over everything on here. So that's just my choice. So if you have any other questions about pattern writing or pattern design or anything like that, leave those in the comments below, and I would love to get back to you, or maybe do a second part to this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. Jumping back on to say I ended up completely changing the pattern here. He was 2 rounds too tall, so I had to take out 1 round from the forehead and 1 round from like the belly area. And then I ended up losing that stitch of orange in between the white and the feet. Let's move where you can see a little bit better. But the ears are the same, the tail is the same, and now he'll be the same size as all of my other sitting animals. Otherwise he was going to be a lot taller than everybody else. So sometimes even after you finish the video and sign off, you end up with a pattern problem. So thanks for sticking around for the little bonus update, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.